What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of My Player Career Mode. And today is absolutely huge. 2026 World Cup final, England versus Spain. That is the game for us that we will be able to feast our eyes upon, and the last game potentially that we play as a player is right upon us. I can't believe it's going to be a World Cup as your final game of a career, do you know what I mean? But we were talking about this in the past, about the fact that we've pretty much achieved what we set out to achieve, and if we look at over the course of our career, what we've done, we are now, I believe, 28, going on 29. So at this point, we're nearing the end, effectively, and I don't really want to continue as a player, especially now that they've got player career story coming out and things like that. That's where, I'm going to be playing that one, but we have obviously got options. We can either go and become a manager at the end of this series. We could stay on as a player if we really wanted to, but I would definitely have to move to somewhere that I haven't played before, because I don't want to be going to the Premier League. I don't want to be going back there again. It's not really, there's no real point. We've won what we went to do over there, so that likelihood is quite slim. But we'll talk later on about that, because the main focus today has to be on this World Cup. So it's going to be 8 minutes as before. I'm hoping to premiere this as well, so you'll all watch it at a similar time, so there's going to be no spoilers obviously in the comment section. But if you're watching this afterwards, do be aware there will be comments left about the spoilers of this one, so hopefully you guys don't check it out before watching the game itself. Without further ado, I don't really have too much to talk about, of course, other than how the two teams got here, which I believe I will just show you very quickly, because it might pop up again in the actual main game. We finished top of Group E. Spain finished in second in Group C. In the round of 16, we would face Cameroon, winning 1-0. Quite lucky to get that goal as well. Spain beat Brazil by 2-0, so they had a very tough round of 16 game. In the quarterfinals, they had an even tougher, or a similar sort of level of toughness. 3-2 against Italy. We beat Russia 3-0. Semi-finals, obviously, unfortunately, for some reason, it didn't show there, so I had to do that. England beat France 3-2 in a crazy game where we scored 2 goals in the last sort of 10 minutes to take that one through. And Spain beat Argentina 2-0. The third place has been already played, and Argentina have won it. So now it's time to decide the top two. Who gets their hands on the World Cup? Who falls short of the final hurdle? It's time to get into the game. As I said, 8 minutes. Hopefully a longer game for you guys to watch today. I think actually I'll go 9 minutes instead of 8. Let's go 9. Add 1 minute onto it. Of course, there's probably going to be a lot of chance in the game, and that's going to be how it is. I think Asensio is the top scorer as well for Spain, so he's definitely a player to watch for this one. But without this, then it is time. Without further ado, is what I should have said. We are going to go into the final of the World Cup. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Harry Kane is about to get us off and running for the World Cup final. I didn't show you the trophy because I want to keep you guys waiting. Obviously, you'll see it, whoever listed at the end, but I didn't show you the World Cup in its glory because I wanted to keep you guys waiting. I've seen it. I saw the beauty thing. I want it in my back pocket, but we'll have to beat Spain to do that. We are off and running then for this World Cup final. I will try and keep the chances coming if I can, and obviously give you guys as much as I can. Then hopefully at the end of this, we'll see England with the trophy for the first time, and not Spain. Nothing against them. Obviously, I just want to win it, That's the thing. John Stones up early doors to win that header as well as we bring the ball under control. And if it is to be our final game as a player, it would be great to sign off with a goal, wouldn't it? Here is Davies. Lovely ball out towards us. We found TAA. He's on the right-hand side. Alexander-Arnold. Opportunity to put the cross in. It goes towards that near post. Vallejo gets underneath it. Asensio's poor header backwards gives us the ball, though. And we have a bit of a shooting opportunity. Caught that so sweet as well. And there is Kepa with the save. How much did he get to see of this, though? I tried to use the defender kind of like a dummy to obstruct his view, but he got a decent look at it. Nice left hand to keep it out. And at the moment, England look threatening as it's Harry Kane's header from the near post straight into the hands of Kepa. Spain struggling a little bit to settle down. As I say that, though, they tried to work their way through and were tackled in the last minute, but they've given a ball away that's not really Spain-like in this first sort of 10 minutes. And then Tom Davies does exactly the same thing, commentator's curse. And I'm sure once they settle, it will be a very even game here. For the earlier stage, though, England will be very happy the way they started. This one off as a nice 1-2. Gets Solvin behind! And that should have been Spain in front. Wow. Rodrigo has the first shot for Spain of the game. Caught it pretty well, and it's gone wide. But Saul poked the ball through. And I genuinely thought we were going to see Spain in front. Brahim Diaz now for Spain. Gets a little bit of space. He continues in towards the box. Diaz, nice trickery across the face of goal. An important block coming in. I think it was Alexander-Arnold in the end for England there. Certainly stopping what could have been a very, very dangerous shot. And Spain now with this one look a little threatening. All of a sudden, England have gone quiet in the attacking sense. And it's now Spain who look the more likely. Brahim Diaz with a good work there initially, though, is what set them up. And at that point, I genuinely thought we were going to see it 1-0, like I did for the Rodrigo shot in the first sort of 10 minutes. As we get just away from a tackle there. Phil Foden trying to send it back towards us. Harry Kane will do that. Davies continues his run, gets the ball from us. Tom Davies into Harry Kane! And it is so nicely worked. And England have the lead. I thought it was going to be Tom Davies to just hit it when we laid the ball in towards him. But no, he just taps it in towards the box. On it arrives Kane, and he fires into the top corner. 22 minutes in, England 1, Spain 0. The reason I'm not getting too excited is because we have a very long way to go in this game. 70 minutes remain, and Spain have shown us that they can pose a threat going forward. So that's the opener, but I'm sure it won't be the last. I will be very surprised if this ends only 1-0. I'm not going to lie, I've just looked back up at the clock thinking we're getting close to half-time, and only 8 or so minutes has passed since that Harry Kane goal. Shows you just how long this is going to be. Santi Mina trying to work his way in towards the box, and Joe Gomez will force it out into touch for a corner ball to Spain. Another thing for England to defend here. These minutes are going so slowly. Brahim Diaz now driving at England. He did so well to set up the last chance, and Llorente has fired Spain back into the game. Brahim Diaz has looked lively over on this right-hand side, and he gets into the England area before pulling it back, and Llorente arrives. Argument could be that maybe it goes through a lot of bodies for Butland to see it, but as a goalkeeper, you never want to be beaten at your near post. It's annoying, man. Near post strike comes in, and I did say it won't end 1-0. It's one apiece. Davies all the way back. It's picked up by Phil Foden. Don't lose it there. Dele Alli's great switch of play. Trent Alexander-Arnold trying to win the flick on to get it down towards us. There's a bit of a battle going on, as for some reason I went down holding my face and I got up second. Come on, man. Just get back up. Get back into the swing of it. I don't know why I wasn't going to get anything for that. Grimaldo skips past Davies, who just gives up. Why is he giving up? I had to go all the way back to help out there. I mean, he just didn't... Why did he not... Tom Davies, man, has not had a very good first half here. Let me just say that. I know he laid it on a plate for Harry Kane to score the opener. But other than that, he's lost the ball a couple of times, and he feels like he's just not having much of an impact when it comes to being in that sort of midfield three. We're losing the battle in there, as now we found Dele Alli. Alli, again, England build very nicely. Alli back towards Davies. Davies again looking for the cross now towards the back post. Oh, that was a great chance. Just said about Davies not having a good first half. I'm going to shut up because he's just laid on a very good chance, and then there's me missing it. Kettle calling the pot. Timino, we are over the time slot now. The referee will bring the first half to a close. One apiece in this World Cup final. England started off very brightly. Spain grew into the game, but overall, I think half time, both sides very evenly matched. I'd say that that's a fair result going in. Harry Kane's opener cancelled out by Llorente's strike. Both teams back out then as we begin the second half off. England looking to start off as well as they can as well. Brahim Diaz was certainly one of the Spain players to watch in that first half. Created a couple of chances for them as Dele Alli now looking for the through ball. Going to be cut by Odriozola. That's worked in the past for us, but it seems like Spain are switched on for that tonight. Dele Alli hasn't been able to set me up with a chance yet. The only one I have had, I put over the crossbar. Tom Davies is crossing that first half straight onto the top of my head, and I put it over. So, got to be looking at my own performance before I start questioning others. Jack Butland there back in the England goal. Will smash it out to clear it, and we win the flick on, but it's gone straight to Odriozola. Asensio, Mina, Rodri. Don't let him find a pass, as that's what I was talking about. Diaz's shot. Maguire this time with a big block inside England's area to stop that from really becoming anything. Dele Alli, quick 1-2. I don't want it straight back. I knew he was going to give it straight back. Every time I play that ball inside, I knew that was coming back to me. I was waiting to try and run past the defender so I could go down the line and then get the return, but he was going to give me it back no matter what. I just saw it. Rodri picks his pocket as well now, as Diaz will find Asensio on a yellow card since minute 3, and Spain are 2-1 in front. Seoul has smashed them in the lead. And again, from England's perspective, it came from nowhere. Just lost the ball when we didn't need to. Spain 2-1 up. 40 minutes to go. For the first time tonight, they lead. England, what are you made of is the question. Seoul absolutely rifles one in. Free kick, maybe on the edge of the area. Referee plays advantage. Ali sends it through towards us. Kane, oh sorry, Foden's there. And immediately back on level terms are England. Well then, a literal minute between the goals. Back to 2 apiece. Phil Foden smashes in this World Cup final. Nearly called it Champions League final there. Assist on the charts for us as well. I'm not going to lie, I actually wanted the free kick initially here. We were taken out. Referee plays advantage. Ali's lovely ball back in towards our feet. Lays it across. And Phil Foden is on hand to put England back into the game. What are we made of? That's what we're made of. 2-2. Saul Asensio. Ricky off the bench, and he should have done better. A former teammate of ours at Barcelona. And Ricky really should have done a lot better with that. Change for England. Rashford comes on. Harry Kane has gone off. And fresh legs up front might do the trick for England. But it's our captain who's made way a goal scorer in this final as well. I'm yet to get off the mark in this final. Not that it really matters as long as I can set up my teammates to do that. Poor first touch from me lets me down. And I've given the ball back to Spain. Hopefully me and Rashford can work together now to help our side in front in this final. 30 minutes remain here. Asensio finds it out wide. It goes to Santimina. His cross is deep and it should be out by Chilwell. It's out, but it's not fully away, and Spain get another throw in. Oh, lovely dummy from Dele Alli. And now he's found us in as well. Oh, and it's a goal for England. 3-2. We're off the mark. And I tell you what, I spoke about Spain's coming from nowhere. That has for England. We have not been great in the final third. Well, personally, me. A little bit of the team as well. But look at this dummy from Dele Alli. Lets it run, and then I'm in behind. Out comes Kepa. I just lifted over the top of him into the bottom corner. Are we going to have the definitive say in this World Cup final before we potentially retire as a player? I mean, that is the way to end the story, is it not? But we have to defend for the next 24 minutes. Spain behind again. Time ticking away in this final. That's a great delivery from Alexander-Arnold. If only the keeper hadn't read it. I was actually fully in there. That was such good goalkeeping from Kepa. England win the initial flick on, though. Rashford makes his move as well. We found Marcus Rashford. The first touch isn't brilliant. He's still got it, though. And that could have been it to win England the World Cup. Kepa with a big left-handed save. Time ticking away, though, for Spain. And we have a corner. Are we going to do it here? There's a change coming in. 6 saves for Kepa. Only the 1 for our goalkeeper. I think it's Butland anyway. Sergio Gomez is on. Saul, the goal scorer, off. Not really sure about that. But if it changes the game, I'm sure Spain will accept it as the corner's in. Harry Maguire! What a header. What a header. 13 minutes for Spain to find an equaliser. England a bit calmer at the moment. Able to control it a little bit more. They've got players behind the ball as well by the looks of this as Dele Alli nicks away the football. And now he can send us down the left-hand side. It's all about this right now for England. It's trying to get us another goal. As I'm going to be booked, I think, for that tackle there. Yeah, I lost the ball. I then jumped in rashly. And it is a booking. Didn't need to do it, to be fair. You know what I mean? I've just got myself booked for largely no reason. And arguably, I shouldn't have even been in that position because I shouldn't have tried to turn him. I'd already had the beating of the defender. Chilwell, though, is going to lose that header. And now that leaves a little bit of space for Spain to exploit. Quick 1-2 gets them in that space. Soler is going to carry forward. It's an early cross, and it's going to cause a bit of an issue. Alexander-Arnold is back to defend it. Rashford, if he sets going now, might have a bit of luck here. Here is Marcus Rashford. Plays a quick 1-2 with us as well. Back towards his feet. Ali, I'm offside now. Yeah, when I called for it, I knew. But what it is doing is it's ticking down the clock. With every run that is made, seconds pass. Oh no, this is dangerous. Spain now. Sergio Gomez in towards our area. Odriozola up at fullback. I did say this. He was up a long way. He's lost it, though. And now it's England who could potentially break away. Ali's ball up towards us. Again, though, running down the channel. He commits himself early. The defender went to ground far too early. We're in behind now with a chance to seal it. And Kepa saves it with his feet. It's not been my night, to be fair. I'm on the score sheet, but I'm not having the most brilliant game in the world here. I'm just fortunate that I have scored, and potentially we might have won England a World Cup if it stays the same. Trent Alexander-Arnold's gone off. Again, not sure about that change either. Both teams making a bit Weird changes. He's having a great final. He's TAA, and he's come off now for that one. Shaw's going to win it. I couldn't get the ball under control, though. A minute and a half to play as I'm back here because of my mistake for losing it. I've got to try and redeem myself here. Oh, I nearly took that off Asensio as well. A minute remains of the 90 plus injury time to come here. Spain running out of time. And although I've not had a great performance, we could well have got the goal that secures England a World Cup. Gomez brings it under control. Needs to smash it away. Nervy moment. Nervy moment. But still, England continue. It's up towards Rashford. He wins the flick on as well. Very, very calmly done for England now as they look to see this out. You didn't need to play the 1-2. What are you doing? I think it's Phil Foden there. Don't know why he's trying to do that quick 1-2. A minute, though, on the clock. And that is into injury time as well. Sergio Gomez. Spain have one last throw of the dice here. They've got to go forward, though. They can't be passing it around here. They have to go forward, and they didn't. And Spain have been beaten. England are World Cup winners in what could be our final game as a player before we retire. We got the winner in the end, but given the way that the game went, I think Spain might be a little hard done by for that game there because they took the lead, and for the first bit of the second half looked the better side. 8.1 match rating in the final. I don't know who got man of the match. Dele Alli, it looks like, has got it. 8.2. I think if I didn't get that yellow card, maybe I would have got it. We actually got a goal and assist as well. Phil Foden scoring a minute after Spain had taken the lead in the game. And that, my friends, is the final World Cup that we will ever see on this particular player career mode. Anyway, that's what I got to say. Because you never know, we might get there with Max. Who knows? But now we need to decide what comes next. Because now we've won the World Cup. I did speak briefly about it last episode. I feel like I've achieved what I came to achieve. If we were to continue on as a player, the likelihood is we would have to play in a league that we have already played in anyways. I don't want to stay at Juventus. It was a bit frustrating this season and such like that. So the only league left that we realistically could go to that I haven't played in is the French league. And at the minute, the only team from that league that would be able to afford us would be PSG. So we're relying on them coming in for an offer. So we've got a few options. I'm going to leave a poll at the top right-hand side of today's video, and that will decide whether or not you want us to see, or want to see us, continue the series, but as a manager. So I would retire, I'd become a manager, and then we'd just play the rest of this out, maybe as like, I don't know how we'd actually do the format. I don't know. I'm not decided yet. So for those of you wondering, career mode ends pretty soon in terms of the years that we're on. So we'd have about 6 years, I think, or 7 years to try and make it in the world of management. Other than that, there is also the option to continue the series as a player and try and go elsewhere. However, I don't want to remain at Juve, and if we don't get an offer, there's just no point in continuing because I don't want to play with Juve, basically. So I'm not sure whether or not I'll put that into the poll. So the options basically to us right now is to continue the series, but as a manager. Effectively end the series here after that 120th episode. Or to kind of try and get an offer to go elsewhere, but there's no guarantee that's going to happen. And then it would be a case of wherever I would end up going would have to be somewhere I haven't played before, because I don't, like I said, want to go back to the Premier League. So I'll leave a poll of some description in the top right. What those options will be, it'll be something along those lines. Most likely the manager one is what I'm like kind of turning to at the minute. So if you want to see that, let me know anyway down in the comments below. But I want to say this, a massive thank you over the course of the last 120 episodes of the series. It's the third My Player series we've done in FIFA. It's been another blast again, as it always has been. Even if you guys do choose to become a manager, I will sign off with like a individual episode where we take a look back at the best goals that we have done, our overall thing as well. So you'll still get that video no matter what. Of course, depending on what you guys decide on for the rest of this one. Hopefully we'll have another My Player out as well in FIFA 20 for you all to enjoy, quite a way away in the distance. But for now, we have got the player career story, which just started. So if you want to check that out on the channel, it will be in, I'll try and remember to leave a link in the description to that playlist. So if you want to check that out, you can do so. And I definitely recommend you guys do check it out. It's something that takes a lot of work, and I'm trying to obviously make sure I'm keeping it as entertaining as I possibly can. Thank you for watching for today. If you have enjoyed it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you for your continued support as well. If you are new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you all again tomorrow with another video. Catch you all then. Adios.